This exhibition is being organized by the State Property Company Limited and the Environmental Education Committee, which functions under the aegis of the Mauritius Institute of Education, and the collaboration of the National Parks Conservation Service, the Forestry Department, and the Albion Fisheries Research Station. Please join me in visiting the exhibition. The total area of Mauritius is about 186,000 hectares. Of this, only about 1% is still under native forest, mostly found in the areas of Macabe, Pétrin and Black River gorges. This fruit bat is one of the rare indigenous mammals in Mauritius. This is a ringneck parakeet, imported from abroad to be used as a foster mother to breed local indigenous parakeets. These imported Barbary doves serve as foster parents for breeding pink pigeons. This species of Baume de l'Île Plate is the only individual left on the cliffs of the Piton du Fourche. Now let's listen to Mr. Faisal Djiroubakan, who tells us about the purpose of the exhibition.
The main purpose of organizing this exhibition is to show to the public some of the rarest plants and birds that we have in Mauritius. We want especially young Mauritians, students and teachers to get to know these plants, so that if they come across these plants and animals in the forest, they would be in a better position not to destroy them and to preserve them.
This species is found on Round Island and Gunner's Quoin. The flowers are pollinated by the ornate day gecko, that's the lizard, in search of nectar. This is a lowland species that now occurs mainly in the remnants of coastal forests at Brado and Île aux Aigrettes. This beautiful Tambalacoque is no longer regenerating. This species is treading on the path of extinction. Only a few individuals of this palmist boucle grow within the region of de Clercq and Florin. Only a population of less than 100 specimens of this vacua species is known. This small tree thrives in the dry regions of L'Étard, Cour-de-Garde and Île aux Aigrettes. Only one parent tree occurs in the wild at Perrier Nature Reserves. Known from only one locality in the wild, this is the national flower of Mauritius. Only one individual shrub occurs at Perrier Nature Reserves. This is a small endemic tree, less than 10 individuals growing at the Perrier Nature Reserves and Montvert. Last 7 individuals of this Albizia variety occur in the region of Tamarin Falls. This plant, once thought to be extinct, was rediscovered in the 1940s. Only 13 individuals of this species have been seen growing on mountain peaks, for example at L'Étard. Of this species, only 2 individuals occur in the wild on the peak of Grand Bassin. Now here are some other rare species of plants. Mauritius is also fortunate to provide habitat for a large number of migratory birds coming from as far as the North Pole. How about our rare endemic birds? Let's listen to Mr. Jirubaka.
The pink pigeon is only one among the 9 endemic birds that we have in Mauritius. But it is interesting because the pink pigeon, at one time, we were left with only a few pairs of them. We have managed to breed them in captivity, and today we have about 400 of those birds in the wild and on the different islets around the island. Another bird which is also very interesting is the kestrel. In the 1970s, we were left with only 2 pairs of kestrel. And you would realize this is a bird which is not easy to get to reproduce in captivity. But with the effort of the Mauritius Wildlife Foundation and the Ministry of Agriculture, we have managed to bring the population of the kestrel up to around 300. Today, you'll see kestrels in the different forests of Mauritius. These birds, fortunately, have been saved from extinction. Now, another bird which is also interesting is the Mauritian parakeet. That one, also we were left with only a few pairs. It was very difficult to get them to reproduce at first, but recently we've managed to get them to reproduce in captivity, and I think we are around 100 or 200 of these birds now which have been reproduced in captivity and which have been released successfully in our forest. You will also see here the parakeet which we use as foster mother. Now, what is a foster mother bird? It is the bird which we use to hatch the eggs of the real parakeet. We use it also to hatch the birds of some other endemic birds as well. So they are very helpful in the sense that without the real female or the real bird, we can get them to hatch the eggs of other birds. And it helps us a lot in our effort to get the birds to reproduce in captivity. Apart from the birds, we also have here specimens and photographs of some rare animals from the outer islets. We have the lizard, the famous lizard from Round Island, which is unique in the world and which we are trying to preserve. On Round Island, actually, we have a few snakes and a few lizards which are endemic, which are found only in Round Island and nowhere else in the world. Now, these animals need to be protected at all costs.
There were also a few exhibits showing the rich variety of corals around Mauritius. Nature around us everywhere.
is indeed beautiful and richly varied. Man is an integral part of that environment and depends on it for his own survival. Every effort should therefore be made to preserve and protect every single part of that environment.